Hello friends, so myself Shashi welcomes you to the YouTube channel Everything is Easy. So here in this video we'll be discussing a new series of complex number in a consequence of videos in the form of videos. So further we'll be going through in the n number of videos to complete the chapter. So this will be the first video of the series, starting with the introduction of the complex number. That is nothing but in this we'll be discussing the evolution of complex number, what made the scientists to discover such a number called complex number, and the value of iota and other things like some of the powers of iota, so various powers like iota to the power 1, iota to the power 20, or their values, and some of the properties of their operations like addition, subtraction, and division, multiplication also. So let's start with the first thing, that is evolution of complex number. What made the scientists to discover the mathematicians to discover such a number, that is complex number, and what it actually is, where does it lie, and what it includes of. So let's start with the first thing, that is in natural we must have heard about very basic thing, that is nothing but natural numbers. What are natural numbers? Natural numbers are nothing but 1, 2, 3 till infinity are called natural numbers. Okay, so now starting with the whole number. Whole number is starting with 0. So 0, 1, 2 till infinity. This becomes the whole number. Now if you go for the integers becomes minus infinity till going to the minus 1, 0, 1, and again infinity. These are integers. So not only this, even if you go for the real numbers, it becomes in the form of p by q, that we have learned in our class 9, that is any number which can be described in the form of p by q is called as real number. So any number can be like c, 2 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 2. Any number can be described in the form of real number. So any number which lies in the which can be wrote in the form of p by q is in the form of real numbers. So actually what I want to conclude from this is saying that, see, if this is a small circle consisting of natural numbers, then including 0 will be having a bigger circle that will be consisting of whole number, and for that now integers, this one if you want to represent, then this will be integers including a bigger one which includes of whole number, which includes of natural number. So now if we try for the real numbers, then it will become still bigger, that will be including of real numbers also. This will be including of real numbers also, which includes of integers, which includes of whole numbers, which also includes of natural numbers now. So I think this is the proper Venn diagram for representing this thing. Now coming to the complex number, what are these? What is this and where does it lie in this? So my dear friends, this complex number lies, actually the complex number is denoted by z. So I'll be writing them as z here. Complex number z consists of whole of this and some other types like imaginary numbers. First of all, it includes of all the real numbers and some other types called imaginary things, imaginary numbers. Now what are imaginary numbers? You must be thinking in your mind that what are imaginary numbers. So let me tell you what are imaginary numbers. I'll tell you in a bit. Just give me a second for this now. So what are imaginary numbers now? Imaginary numbers were discovered by the mathematicians when they were solving a quadratic equation like x square plus 1. Then they were getting the roots as in negative. Roots in negative doesn't have any value till we have learned in our class 10th. So in class 11th we will be learning with the root in negative value. So that will be nothing but imaginary numbers like under root minus 1, under root minus 3, under root 4 minus 4, or some things of this sort of thing we'll be learning now. So let's start with the discovery of iota imaginary number now. So when the scientists were solving the quadratic equations like x square plus 1 is equals to 0, they were in dilemma that what to be done with this equation, how to get its solution, how to get its roots of the x. So what they did normally, how we solve an equation, we solve it as x square is equals to minus 1, sending the plus 1 to the other side, it becomes minus 1, observing the minus sign. So after this, what happened? When they tried to remove the square term, then they got x is equals to plus or minus under the root minus 1. So this was the main important thing which had put them in dilemma. So now they decided to term it as represent this number as I, which was an acronym for the imaginary numbers, and it is, in short, it was called as iota. So in short they named it as iota, and actually it was an imaginary numbers discovered by the mathematicians when they try to find out the solution for this. I think till here it is all clear. So after this, if we try to go in the deep, then we'll be going through the sum of the powers of I, that is I to the power 1. First, starting with the I to the power 1. I to the power 1 will be I itself, as we know that 1 to the power 1 is 1, 2 to the power 1 is 2. So let's keep I to the power 1 as I itself. Now coming to the I to the power 2. I to the power 2 gives us minus 1. How it gives minus 1, I'll tell you. See, under the root minus 1 is the value of I, and then again into under the root minus 1. Under the root minus 1 plus under the root minus 1 gives you the value of minus 1, because it becomes under the root minus 1 whole square. So this square cuts the root, and finally it gives a value of minus 1. So we can conclude that I square value is minus 1. Now coming to the I to the power 3. I to the power 3 is nothing but I into I square. So what is the value of I square? I square value was minus 1, as we have learned here. So from here we will be taking minus 1 and into I gives us minus I. So value of I cube is minus I. Value of I was I to the power 1 was I itself. Now coming to the value of I to the power 4. I to the power 4 value is nothing but I square into I square. Like see, I square into I square, and value of I square is minus 1. So we will be taking minus 1 into minus 1 gives us 1. So value of I to the power 4 is 1. I think you have understood till here also. This is very this plays a very vital role in our solving problems like addition of multiple powers of I. Like if we try to add them, what will be getting? If we try to add them, we'll see what we get. I to the power 1 plus I to the power 2 plus I to the power 3 plus I to the power 4 gives us the resultant as the value of I to the power 1 is I, and value of I square is minus 1, value of I cube is minus I, and value of I to the power 4 is plus 1. From here we can see. So if we try to add them, what we get? Minus I plus I cancels each other, and plus 1 and minus 1 cancels each other. So finally we get the resultant as 0. So from this we can conclude that sum of powers, or sum of 4 consecutive powers of I gives us the resultant as 0. From this we can very clearly see it. If it is understood from here, then we can also go for the multiple powers of I, like if m is an integer, let it be any integer. Integer includes of 0, negative and positive also. So if m is an integer, then I to the power 4m is 1, because suppose if m is minus 1, suppose if m is minus 1, then it becomes minus 4 here, and it becomes minus 4 I to the power minus 4m. I to the power minus 4m becomes what? I to the power 4 into I to the power m. So my value of m was minus 1, so minus 4, it becomes minus 4 here, and value of I to the power minus 4 is nothing but 1 by I to the power 4, that is nothing but 1 by 1, which became again 1. So again we can say that I to the power 4m, value of I to the power 4m is 1. Keep it in a box, and now go for the next one now. That is nothing but I to the power 4m plus 1. I to the power 4m plus 1 gives us the resultant as I to the power I, and I to the power 4m plus 2 gives us the resultant as minus 1. I to the power 4m plus 3 gives us the resultant as minus I. So now if we try to add them again in a single row, we get again 0. Let's do it in a proper manner now, solving it. Suppose if we take m is equals to 2. Okay, if we take m is equals to 2, then we get m is equals to 2, then I to the power 8. It becomes I to the power 4 into 2 plus this one, I to the power 4m plus 1, that is I to the power 4 into 2 plus 1. It becomes I to the power 9. So we'll be doing it later. First put m and form an equation first. That is nothing but I to the power 4m plus 2 now. I to the power 4m and m is equals to 2. So I to the power 4 into 2 plus 2 plus I to the power 4 into 2 plus 3. Now if you try to add them, it gets first of all I to the power 8 plus the value of I to the power 9 plus the value of I to the power 10 plus I to the power 11. I think from this we can again conclude this point, that is value of 4 consecutive powers of iota gives us the resultant as 0. So from this we can also write it as 0.